Hello, bonjour, salut, hola, konnichiwa, and welcome back to my channel, guys. So in today's video, for the last video of 2020 actually on my channel, I am doing 10 nail designs, well technically 9 nail designs inspired by this awful year that I'm so glad is over. So if you're interested to know how I did all of these nail designs, which I completely freehanded by the way, then just keep on watching. So, as you see here, I'm going to show you the demo on false nails I glued onto toothpicks. I painted most of them white, some black, but for the first two nail designs that I'm going to start off are going to be on the thumbnails. In this first one, I'm going to do the outline off camera, but I just painted on a basic outline of an anime character. And not just any anime character, this is going to be of CoronaChan. So, leave it to the weeaboos to just animify everything, including, major viruses in this world. But as you see here, I am just painting on the basic outlines such as her hair, the color of her skin, and her outfit. So I'm going to make sure to let all these layers of acrylic paint completely dry. And after that, of course, I'm just going to go in and start adding all the details such as like the skull and the bats on her uniform, the green color for her eyes, of course the little highlight and shadow on her hair, and of course the little virus barrettes. I'm just going to go in with some green acrylic paint for that. So, I know her mouth looks a little funny, I ended up fixing that off camera, but here's the finished nail design. And for the other nail design that's going to be on the thumbnail, this one is inspired by this sticker here that I got from Zelda. I'm literally recreating this whole sticker, looking at it as a reference photo on this nail. So as you can see, I made an oopsie daisy. I ended up using a black base first. I don't know why I didn't go in with white. So what I'm going to have to do here is go in with white acrylic paint and just paint on the outline of the dumpster fire. And this step is muy importante, mi amigos. Be sure to let that white acrylic paint completely dry before you go on top and layer it. Otherwise the colors will smush together. And it will basically look like unicorn vomit, which is not cute at all. But as you see here, I'm first going in with a neon green for the actual dumpster, orange for the fire. I'm just going to go in with like a regular purple acrylic paint just to outline everything, add a little detail, little shadows here and there. I also went in with that same purple and just painted on 2020. And for the little wheelies, I went in with like this bluish acrylic paint. I ended up adding a little kawaii face using black acrylic paint rather than like a darker orange. Well, it's still really cute. All credits go to Zelda, link to her Etsy store in my description. And here's the finished nail design. Moving on to the next two nail designs, these are going to be on the pointer fingernails, and these are inspired by, Germex and Purell. But, you can paint on any logo of any hand sanitizer of your choice. I just chose to go with, the two most common ones. But for the Purell, I'm going to go in with this light blue. The only reason why I'm using acrylic paint is just because I don't have a nail polish in the color I want. Oh, by the way, for the Germex one, I went in with just a light green. And this part here, all I'm doing is adding a quick dry top coat just to kind of smooth out the acrylic paint. It got a little bumpy. My gosh, I talk so fast whenever I do nail art tutorials. I swear to goodness, guys, I don't actually talk this fast in real life. But anyways, so, this is so hard to explain, especially it's so hard to film. But I'm just going to look at the, my actual Purell bottle that I use every day to work. And I'm just doing my best to copy said logo on this nail. So this is hindsight, aka me, post-editing and whatnot. Because of all the little tiny details, I know it doesn't look exactly like how the Purell bottle looks. So I just ended up writing Purell, like the logo, advance up under it, and of course, the 2X. So went in with like this other blue color acrylic paint and just added a thing at the very tip. I'm doing my best to make this look like a Purell bottle. Oh well, I did my best, and here's the finished nail design. So for the Jamiee one, I didn't realize that my camera was all full and stuff, so it ended up not filming half of this process. But as you see, I just looked at my Jamiee bottle and recreated the logo on the nail as see here. So yay, this is the next day of me filming. I ended up breaking my nail at work, super painful. Oh well, I must film a nail tutorial. But for the next two nail designs, this one is inspired by that toilet paper hoarding, that happened back in March and, well, actually is still happening. I feel like scholars, whenever they review 2020 of the year, this is going to be like the ribbon, but I made the ribbon look like toilet paper, if that makes sense. But yeah, so, you know how toilet papers, they each have their own little sleeve and they got this little dotted line thingy-majiggy right here. To recreate this on the nail, it's actually really easy. I'm just going to use a safety pin for this just because the detail is so tiny. If you want to be professional, use a nail art brush. However, I'm a budget nail artist. But as you can see, I first just painted on a black line, and then I went back in with white acrylic paint to create like the little dividing thingy-majiggies. And here's the finished nail design. So for the other middle nail design, once again, it's super difficult and complex. Oh well, let's get started. So I'm going to go in with that 13 Reasons Why blue nail polish just because I didn't have this color in the form of acrylic paint. It's so hard to work with, seriously, just get acrylic paint when you do detail like this. But I'm just going to go in with this blue and my toothpick, and I'm just going to paint on Lysol as it appears on the logo. And now what I'm doing here is I'm just going to go back in with that same blue to create more of said logo. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of red. So at this part, you can go in with like yellow to make it lemon scented. However, I'm just going to go in with this baby blue because, I had a whole bunch mixed up. I'm also going to paint on like the little, cloth as seen from the disinfectant spray. And here's the finished nail design. So now we move on to the two ring nails. So for this one, I have a black base and it's really easy. I'm just going to go in with white acrylic paint and just paint on ew people. Originally, I wanted to paint on, wear a damn mask. However, people's rights, they don't have to wear one. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. But now moving on to the other otra ring nail design. Somewhat of kind of like what I originally wanted to write on the, black nail. However, this one is just going to be the little sick emoji. So to paint on a circle, I'm first doing the connect dot method. This just really helps me because I'm awful when it comes to painting on circles. Emojis are circles, no? But anyways, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my toothpick and black acrylic paint. And it's a rough outline, but it's just as a mask. And while that black acrylic paint is still drying, I'm just going to go in with yellow and just kind of fill in the parts that are supposed to be yellow. Of course, when that black dries, I just went back in with white acrylic paint just to fix it up a bit. And for no reason, I just decided to outline the sick emoji with the green, I guess for vomit, no sé. But yeah, so I live in Texas in the United States, and the people here are so stupid. Like, they keep claiming that wearing a mask is a violation of their rights. So we have really high cases here. And I'm considered an essential worker, so like, yeah, I have to deal with people every single day and they don't wear a mask. It's ridiculous. So that being said, I painted on two little viruses, and here's the finished nail design. As for the last nail design, it is super important because it's what everyone should do. Social distance, keep at least 6 feet apart. So yeah, I just went in with the pink acrylic paint and painted that on. As for the other pinky nail, I just left it black. I didn't feel like painting on another nail design. But yeah guys, so at this part, it's super important to add either a shiny or even a hollow taco just to finish off the, all of your nail art. And me personally, I love matte top coats, so that's the finishing I chose to go with. But anyways guys, so here it is. Here are all 9 of the nail designs I did today. 2020 as well as 2016 were one of the worst years of my life. I am so thankful that moving on to 2021, hopefully things get better. Guys, social distance, don't be like those stupid LA influencers partying during this pandemic. Wear a mask, use hand sanitizer, wash your hands, don't touch your face. Most importantly, stay safe, social distance, and well, that pretty much concludes for this final video of 2020. So yeah, see you next year. Bye guys!